Thursday night football kicks off week 2 in Coral Gables as FCS Southeast, aka Florida A&M, comes to town to take on number 6 Miami. The Hurricanes are already 1-0 after an impressive road performance at Stanford last week, cruising to a 45-13 victory in an early season ACC matchup. And Miami's offense was absolutely rolling. The Hurricanes piled up 595 yards of total offense, with junior quarterback Darian Mensah throwing for 416 yards and 4 touchdowns. Junior running back Charmar Brown was just as explosive, rushing for 174 yards and 2 touchdowns on only 14 carries. After that kind of performance, Miami will look to keep the momentum going tonight. Clear skies and a comfortable South Florida evening set the stage for a 6 p.m. kickoff. Week 2 starts right here in Coral Gables, and the 6th-ranked Hurricanes are ready to light up Hard Rock Stadium once again. It's FCS Southeast / Florida A&M taking on the 6th-ranked Miami Hurricanes coming up next.
A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Condors and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, even though their opponent today is not ranked in the top 25, coach has been warning his players all week, do not overlook anyone. We have to be the best version of ourselves today. I'll keep you posted on how it's going at halftime. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Canes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the Condors offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And they'll be met by this defensive front which can wreak havoc.
I think for years, in talking Miami Hurricanes, a big key for them winning national championships or competing for them has always been their play up front, right? You think all the way back to Russell Maryland and Warren Sapp, but just recently, David, with Bain and Mesidor on Miami's national championship run getting to that game, they've got big-time NFL athletes up front.
Huge athletes, explosive athletes, twitchy athletes. Jason Taylor being the coach down there for a while, obviously working those guys, a Hall of Famer you get to work with, you get to develop. So it's almost plug and play every year, man. Now you're starting to see Miami defensive linemen that are some of the best players in college football.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Condors will line up to punt it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So Miami's offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes Darian Mensah, the incoming transfer out of Duke. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house.
And how much fun has it been watching this young man early this season as advertised? He was so special a year ago. And, David, you could really see all the work this guy has put in the offseason. He's playing at a different level early this season and certainly looking to continue that today.
And that's why this team's doing a lot of winning. And he's doing a lot of performing. Like, he's coming out the gates really, really strong. Got his team in position early on. Listen, you got to start fast. Then you get to the middle of the season. Impressed by the way he started this season.
Snags it and he's open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Second and long here. Here's Mensah to throw. That's caught. It's Vaughn. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They'll need to get the ball to the 34 to convert this third down. Looking for the edge. He'll toss it. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. From this spot on the field, that would be a 53-yard field goal, but they'll leave the offense out there and try to pick up the first on fourth down. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. Keeps it himself. Oh, he's got some space. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's right. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And it'll be the Condors with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Powers inside. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. The Condors decide to punt it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Got it behind the line. It's Lofton. Made a defender miss. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like, quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
Hits inside. It's Fletcher. Inside the 30. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Long way to go on second down. Brought down after a nice game. And the Canes are threatening on first and goal. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. And we'll stop play right now. We have an injury timeout. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Here he comes with the return. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On play action. Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Wants to throw. It's right. They're all over it. He'll pull it down and run. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. And it'll be the Condors will try to pin them back with the punt. On the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the RPO, got him. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Throwing, Mensah. Bought a little time, lets it go. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. On the move, he fires. Got his man. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Wants to throw again. Fires on the move. He's open on the right. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the 1st half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's King. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Quarterback keep. Did the work himself. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Pulls it again on the option.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody did. Really nice job by the defense that time. Playing assignment football against the option, and everybody staying home.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that first down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They give it to him again. Sees an alley. Breaks into the open. Past the 10. Touchdown, Condors! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So an 82-yard drive there. And that was some way to cap it off with a 42-yard touchdown jaunt. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out wide left, it's Lofton. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The run inside, it's Fletcher.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Hauls it in. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Canes have this offense rolling. In the backfield, it's Vaughn. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Throws it off the RPO. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Motion from the wideout. Looking for room, it's Fletcher. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Going to the run, it's Fletcher. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Miami! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There he goes! He now has 62 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Had to throw it before he wanted. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. They'll need a bunch on second down. From the gun. Enough to move the chains. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Looking to throw, it's right. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Second and long here. Keeps it on the ground. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. They boot it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Left side is Lofton. Quick step and go. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The Canes are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's first and 10. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Right side, it's Fletcher. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Snags it. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further. Fielded in the end zone, it's King. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Now back to your game at Hard Rock Stadium. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these two teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Complete to start this drive. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Long way to go on second down. Caught on the RPO. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Canes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Some misdirection with the counter. Got a little grass. He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Mensah. The quick game. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Out wide left, it's Lofton. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their first sack.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4, it's 2nd and 14. Here's Mensah to throw. Look out. Still looking. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the route is on.
After that amazing performance in Week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the finisher an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll bring it out. It's King. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. They give it back to him. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. The Condors will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 5th kick of the night. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And it'll be the Condors trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll try the right side. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. He now has 115 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Splits the uprights. Good. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
Number 95, set to kick off.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Throwing, Mensah. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the catch, it's Vaughn. Oh, look out on the right. The tap. Touchdown, Canes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game, he scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Coming out with it, it's King. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Fighting off the defender. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The play fake. Fires to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. They'll try the left side. Nice move to keep running. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
Headed to the 4th, and both of these running backs have been outstanding, and both have found the end zone on the day. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for a crease. Oh, he's got some space. It's a runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Tries to get it himself. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Sells the fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in, and they almost had their first pick here late in the game. Snaps on 4th down. He's not afraid to go deep. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down. This offense has it with really good field position. Running inside, it's Fletcher. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6. And the Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Just feeds the running back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Out wide right, it's Fletcher. Old spin move. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Might as well run him again. Breaks into the open. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Condors come to the line with a new set of downs. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Trying to get the corner. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Got to make the play on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped.
All right, I think Miami officially has this one in the bag, so let's go ahead and get the backups in there, get them some reps, save the starters from some injuries here.
Offense in a bunch formation. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Got the 1st down. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And the Canes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Run in the red zone. It's Pringle. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. On the ground. Nowhere to go. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. He'll set up to throw. The screen, he can go. Touchdown, Hurricane. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Lining up to add another.
Is on for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time makes a grab and room to run.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Right back to it. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Trying to slip through and pick it up. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And it'll be the Condors pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give. He's got enough. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Condors have taken it inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Drop immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
So number 6 Miami rolls to a fairly easy 52-10 win over FCS Southeast, aka Florida A&M, I guess. Taking a look at the team stats, Miami pretty much dominated all statistical categories. Looking at 1st downs, Miami had the edge 26-14. Total offense 533 to 265. Rushing yards is the one area that FCS Southeast did do better than Miami, 258 to 134. But passing yards, Miami had the edge 399 to 7. Only 7 passing yards for FCS Southeast. 3rd down conversion percentage, Miami only had 4 3rd downs. They converted 3 of them. So 75% conversion percentage to 33% for FCS Southeast. Miami did have the only turnover. That was that weird glitch in the game where they try to throw a pass, but it slips out of their hand or something. It turned into a fumble loss. And then the time of possession battle was actually won by FCS Southeast by about 4.5 minutes. Looking at the players' stats, Darian Mensah from Miami finishes 24 of 26. Ridiculous. 394 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. For FCS Southeast, Earl Wright, only 311 passes, only completed 4 of them for 7 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Leading rusher for FCS Southeast, they did have some good success with this. Rock Johnstone finishes with 164 yards on 21 carries, 1 touchdown for him. Great day on the ground for FCS Southeast. Miami was led by Mark Fletcher Jr., 13 carries for 89 yards, 1 touchdown. Leading receiver for Miami was, I guess we'll give it to Elijah Lofton, 6 catches for 116 yards and 1 touchdown. Cooper Barkate continues to impress, 9 catches for 113 yards and a touchdown, and Cam Vaughn had 5 catches for 99 yards and a touchdown. Malachi Toney's kind of not really been in the game plan too much. He only had 2 catches for 40 yards today, and he didn't do much in their week 1 game, I don't think either. So interesting that he's not really producing a whole lot. But Mark Fletcher Jr. had a receiving touchdown, as did Vance Spafford. So all sorts of receiving touchdowns for Miami. FCS Southeast was led by Curtis Nix with 2 catches for 9 yards. Leading blocker for FCS Southeast was Ezekiel Williams with 6 pancakes. For Miami, it was a tie between Ryan Rodriguez and Elijah Lofton with 4 pancakes each. Defensive leaders for the Hurricanes, they were led in total tackles by Omar Thornton and Bryce Fitzgerald. Each had 10 tackles for loss. It was a tie between Damon Wilson II and Omar Thornton with 3 each. Sacks, they were led by Mohamed Toure with 1, and no interceptions for the Hurricanes. For FCS Southeast, no interceptions. Lamar Jamison had the only sack of the game for FCS Southeast. It was a tie between Jamison and Audric Bush for the lead in tackles for loss with 2 each, and then Darius Melton led the team in total tackles with 13. Kicking stats for FCS Southeast, Turner Mills made his only field goal attempt from 24 yards out. He also made his only extra point attempt. And Miami's Jake Weinberg made his only field goal attempt from 25 yards out, and he was 7 of 7 on extra points. Punting for Miami, there were no punts for Miami. For FCS Southeast, Ty Minchie had 5 punts for an average of 45.8 yards per punt. Kick returns for FCS Southeast, Kevin King had 7 returns for an average of 16.5 yards per return, and Tyrone Hickson had 2 returns for an average of 18 yards per return. For Miami, DeMarcus Compton had 2 returns for an average of 20.5 yards per return. Punt returns for Miami, Malachi Toney had 3 returns for an average of 11 yards per return, and for FCS Southeast, they had no punt returns since there were no punts. Looking at the scoring summary in the first quarter, Miami got on the board first with a 6-yard touchdown pass from Darian Mensah to Elijah Lofton. 7-0 Hurricanes after 1. Second quarter, Miami gets a 5-yard touchdown run from Cooper Barkate. Then FCS Southeast gets a nice 42-yard touchdown run from Rock Johnstone. But then Miami answers with a 12-yard touchdown run from Mark Fletcher Jr. and a 25-yard field goal from Jake Weinberg. And the Hurricanes led 24-7 at half. Third quarter, Miami gets a 18-yard touchdown pass from Darian Mensah to Cooper Barkate. FCS Southeast gets a 24-yard field goal, and Miami gets a 77-yard touchdown pass from Mensah to Cam Vaughn. And it was 38-10 going into the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, the Hurricanes get a 12-yard touchdown pass from Mensah to Fletcher Jr., and then a 5-yard touchdown pass from Lance Medlock to Vance Spafford. And that gives you your final score of number 6 Miami 52, FCS Southeast / Florida A&M or FAMU. They finished with 10 points. So a nice 42-point win for the Hurricanes. They've had 2 fairly easy wins to start the year, 1 at Stanford, 1 home against FCS Southeast. You can see the headline says home field advantage. The Miami Hurricanes are now 2-0 after defeating FCS Southeast at Hard Rock Stadium. Highlighted players are Rock Johnstone for FCS Southeast and Cooper Barkate for Miami. You can see Miami, obviously a much higher rated team. And there's the Hurricanes schedule. They won 45-13 against Stanford and then 52-10 today. Next week they're at Wake Forest in an ACC game. Wake Forest, of course, coming off that upset to Akron, so Miami should win that one fairly easily. But we will see. Next week 1 game coming your way will be a Friday night game starting at 6 p.m. FCS Southeast at Louisville. Louisville trying to bounce back after that loss to Ole Miss that dropped them out of the rankings. But until then, from Miami, Florida, the 6th-ranked Miami Hurricanes get the 52-10 win over FCS Southeast, and we will see you next time.